Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and in today's video we are going to be having a deep dive into the finale, and more specifically we are going to be looking at the reality war, because the reality war has just had its synopsis drop alongside a runtime as well, so it is going to be a feature length episode which is going to be really exciting. I absolutely cannot wait to be watching this episode alongside this week's, which is the first part of the season finale, Wish World. I am also gutted that Doctor Who is going to be over as well, I mean at least this season. But yeah, we are going to be talking about all of that crazy stuff, and also Russell has spoken a little bit more about this version of the Rani, and yeah, it's just going to be a really cool deep dive explaining all of the craziness that is this Doctor Who season finale. So with all that being said, let's get into the video and let's talk about the crazy side of the Whoniverse, because it's really heating up now with the finale dropping. So yeah, let's get into the video. Doctor Who showrunner discusses the Rani. So, ahead of the 7th and penultimate episode of the Doctor Who Season 2 Wish World, Russell T Davies has described his take on the Rani, who's obviously played by Archie Punjabi. So she's one of the Doctor's enemies. She's a bit more interesting than simply being all evil, because she was a scientist that was always immoral than immoral. She'd do anything for science. In this story, we discover she's on her greatest experiment yet, on a vast scale. Plus, she's coming back into a universe that's completely changed. There are no Time Lords. The Doctor thinks he's the last. That gives her a much bigger arena to play in. She's rarely operated on such a cosmic scale before, and that gives us a chance to scale her up. So part of her plans include the presence of the Pantheon of Gods, which entered the universe when the 14th Doctor spread a line of salt in front of the Not Things at the edge of the universe in Wild Blue Yonder. The Rani is she's famously a scientist. And now she's a scientist walking into a world where a pantheon of gods have been awoken, which is magic in the air. She simply finds it fascinating. To her, it's a different form of science. She's not there to reject it. She's a true scientist with a very open mind. True scientists have open imaginations, saying, yes, we can go to the moon. Yes, we can travel in time. Yes, there's anti-gravity. Notice I didn't say gravity, as also pointed out by the article. Great minds think alike. The problem with her experiments and her ideas is that she doesn't care how many lives she loses along the way. We'll see a running experiment on a massive scale. The very first scene of the two-part finale will really take people by surprise of what she's up to. And from then on, it never stops. It's a huge extravaganza. Now that gets me very excited. We've also got a promo image there of Anita Dobson. And she has described Mrs. Flood, also her version of the Rani, saying, for me, and this is just my take on it, she's an enabler. She likes to know where the power is, and she'll help and enable them, but she won't get in the line of fire. Very interesting observation there. But yeah, really, really interesting. Now we're going to go over to this screen grab here, or this photo from the Doctor Who magazine, which releases tomorrow. Now, this is describing Wish World, which I think is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Because, in a nutshell, John Smith and his wife, Belinda Chandra, wake up in their family home with their daughter on a seemingly normal day. They watch Conrad Clark on their television and sit down for breakfast before Smith heads off for his day at work. But when Ruby Sunday turns up at their front door questioning his identity, it's only a matter of time before the truth is revealed. Just what is the Wish World and what awaits in the Underverse? And the quote is, tables don't do that. So it looks like the Doctor and Belinda are married? Okay, interesting. Very interesting little reality that we're in. And it looks like that neither the Doctor or Belinda know their true selves. So, really interesting episode. And then the synopsis, which we're all here for. So it is an hour and 6 minutes. So it's just over 65 minutes, which is, I just so excited for that. But also, does that mean that there's a regeneration on the way? But the synopsis reads, battle rages across the skies as the unholy trinity unleash their deadly ambition. The Doctor, Belinda and Ruby have to risk everything in the quest to save one innocent life. Who's the innocent life? That again, more questions, but I imagine we'll find out hopefully this week. But Doctor Who sounds absolutely crazy, and I cannot wait. I'm just so excited. I really am. But there we go. That is our new look at the Doctor Who finale. The reality war sounds absolutely crazy. The Rani, the characterization sounds really good as well. I was worried that with the Rani she'd basically be like the Master 2.0, but it sounds like there's enough there to distinguish her from the Master, which is good. So hopefully the Rani ends up becoming a mainstay in this new era as well. Like we get that Time Lord fleshed out, and we're not just having the Master crop up every now and again. So yeah, really exciting stuff, and I cannot wait. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and be sure to subscribe for more nerdy content as we are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, which I'll love to reach by the end of next week. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for all support, and yeah, Doctor Who, just can't wait. Goodbye for now.